I've been a homemaker for 23 years and I wouldn't recommend this profession to other women today. Being a homemaker, stay-at-home mom, whatever you want to call it, is an incredibly precarious position to put yourself in. Let me explain why. So yesterday I posted a tweet that was about how the work that homemakers do is utterly unappreciated in society. And I shared that because I want to point out how much capitalism and the patriarchy work together to hurt homemakers. Not only making our labor invisible, but attempting to totally nullify it because it's not connected to a paycheck, when it is super valuable, important, and necessary in our society. Unfortunately, it drifted over to the wrong side of TikTok, and those fans of that closeted dude who loves his handbags and sometimes kicks a football, yeah, they showed up in my comments. So comments from bros like Wyoming Joe were basically, oh, stay-at-home moms don't have anything to worry about because they have access to their husband's bank account and their husband puts money in there, basically like an allowance, and they have access to that. So they don't need to worry about money. Now, I have been very lucky. I am still happily married 23 years in. And yes, I own my own business and I earn a little bit of income that way, but the majority of what I do is unpaid labor, taking care of the home, taking care of our 4 children, unschooling them, taking care of elderly parents, and volunteering in the community. All of those years of unpaid labor are not earning me Social Security credits. They're not contributing to a retirement plan. They're not getting me closer to earning a pension. That alone makes this profession precarious. In America, we don't have universal health care. My health care plan depends on my spouse's employer's plan. Now, luckily, my husband and I have an equal partnership, but for a lot of women who are homemakers, they only have as much control over the finances as their husbands give them. And that power dynamic makes it super unsafe for a lot of women. Not only does that power dynamic mean that their husbands have control over them in what should be an equal partnership, but it can make it very difficult and even unsafe for women to leave the relationship should they need to do so. I would never want any of my kids, my sons or my daughters, to be in a position where they are wholly dependent on the income of another person, especially in a society without universal health care and without universal basic income. In a society where the system of capitalism completely devalues and diminishes the work of homemakers and we are not compensated for our labor, it is unsafe for many of us to engage in homemaking. It is financially precarious. Homemaking is such a necessary and beneficial role in society. We serve a much needed function and there is a lot of value and fulfillment in this career. But as long as the patriarchy and capitalism exploit this profession, I wouldn't recommend it. Not without a prenup. Not without some kind of side income that women can squirrel away for themselves. Part of being a homemaker is anticipating the needs of other people in the household and the community and planning for a rainy day. That has to include doing so for ourselves. So no, as much as I love the work that I do have a side business and I do bring in income for myself. As long as capitalism and the patriarchy have our hooks in society, any woman who chooses to take on this role is making sure that she will not have security or stability in her job. It is a risky thing to undertake. You are rolling the dice with your financial stability, your well-being, and your safety. It doesn't mean it's not worthy and important work. But it does mean, especially if you're a woman and you want to undertake this work, you need to be financially savvy and you need to be financially secure on your own.